Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm just going to check that we are actually streaming. Yep, we're actually streaming. Thank you for coming today and listening to this. I'm so excited to be doing this work with Fari, who is a transformational coach and has worked with some pretty heavy, deep stuff that people are experiencing and getting them on the other side of it. She is a wealth of information, experiences, wisdom and skills to help people get through this. Myself, I come at it from a different angle. It's just as effective is energy. I work with energy, how energy affects our bodies, our world, and how we can actually not manipulate, but work with it to improve our situation. I'm a perfect example of that, of really being able to clear my energy and work at a higher level. So today we just want to share a little bit because we have an exciting news. We have an actual in-depth workshop coming up on April 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific. There's going to be a link below on learning more about this workshop where we go even deeper. We'll tell you a little bit more about that workshop at the end of our talk. But right now, I'd love Fari to share some of her wisdom around how to deal with past traumas.
Well, thank you so much, beautiful Kelly, for having me here. Hello, everybody, everyone. It's my pleasure to come here and with a beautiful Kelly start this great workshop that we're planning on having on the 16th. Most of us, actually, if not all of us, are always into our thoughts and let our thoughts take us to the past, and the past would run our current moment, this moment life, and how much it's been affected by that and how much does not have to. And we take our lives, we allow our lives to go down because of what we remember from the past. And being a victim of that myself for so long, and having to seek lots of help, great teachers, Wayne Dyer, Maya Angelou, Byron Katie, Steve Chandler, Steve Hardison, to just name a few, and Alok Apodari, and all of those people, they have helped me today to find the gift actually in my traumas. And that's why we're planning to come here to invite you and guide you in ways that no matter how bad and big and huge the traumas and the challenges you've gone through, there's only a life lesson in there, and it's not a life sentence. It's easier said than done at this moment, but that's why we come here to help you and guide you and lift you up. We're going to be like crutches on the arm to lift you up so you can find out for yourself how much you don't have to look back and continue to suffer, and once and for all leave it all behind. And if you ever look back, you say, oh, it was just a lesson. As I said, at this moment, it doesn't seem possible, but if you come and join us and give us a chance, we'll show you how very well possible it is, and it's inviting, and then you're embracing it, right, Kelly?
Exactly. I just want to share my perspective on how I see past traumas in terms of, I work more in the energy field, the spiritual field, is past traumas are real. They happened.
Absolutely.
They absolutely happen. And there's nothing we can do about them. We can't undo them. We can't unsee them. We can't unfeel them. They happen. We can't wipe them out from our history. Be great, but we can't. So here we are today, and now how do we move forward? First of all, how do we get rid of it? And I'm going to talk about that. And then how do we move forward, which most certainly, Fari, you've got beautiful wisdom on how to start living with it in the mind and the heart. So I'm more about the energy fields, the spirit, and the physical body. And today I want to talk about energy cords. Energy cords are energy from other people that are plugged into you like extension cords, right? So we're like the socket that it plugs into. Now, energy cords aren't always maliciously plugged into us, but when we are dealing with people, we're in a situation, we pick up energies from people, and they can come into our physical space and our auras. The Energy cords are usually emotionally charged. They can be great cords. They can be like with your lover or, the love for your children. You love hugging them. Those are great energy cords being part of you. But we do need to clear them out. When you've had some sort of trauma or really bad experience, let's say it's with a person, that
Mhm.
person's energy cord and situation is probably plugged into you. And what happens is your energy gets leaked out to that person, especially if we have it in our mind all the time. And it's perfectly understanding why it's in your mind all the time. It was a traumatic event that you are very upset about. So in the workshop we're going to give, that's one of the biggest things I'm going to do. I'm not only going to create a healing experience for everybody, give everybody an energy healing, I'm going to also show them how to sever and get rid of those energy cords so that they're not still very much part of you, that experience. So that's one way of getting rid of it. And I've done this so many times myself. I've gone to so many energy clearing events. It's very hard to heal ourselves. But I do run energy every day. I do clear my chakras every day. I do clear my old stories that are charged and my old filters every day. But it's taken me a lot, just like you, Fari. You've mentioned all these wonderful coaches. I've had healers and coaches over the years get me through stuff that was just physically stuck in my body, in my
Mm.
energy fields. And until that's cleared out of the way, it's very hard to see a shiny future. But so that's why it's really great the connection between you and I is we
Mm.
both bring something different. So maybe you
Correct.
can speak to, once all that clearing happens, how do you go about life?
As I said, I love the fact that you say you're doing it through spirituality, and so do I. And maybe that's why we did get connected, you and I, and the spirit called us both together towards each other. Um, I'm a huge believer of engaging the spirituality to our past traumas. It becomes like a tunnel. Like you want to run away, you're stuck and you're suffering and you've no idea what you're doing. Remember, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about spirituality. You're stuck here and you want to go there, which is to free yourself from this agony of your past traumas. When you find this tunnel, which is called spirituality, which is the connection of your brain and your heart. When you bring them together and they meet, the tunnel is then created. And then you can go from this misery through the tunnel of spirituality. At the end of the tunnel, there is a beautiful shining light. And that's where your freedom is. The traumas will never go away. Just like how you said it, Kelly, they are there. They will die with us, but they don't have to let us die because of them. They don't have to kill us. They don't have to torment us like they have been all this time. Traumas I've been through, it's more than the amount that I can count. But I am here sitting today because I found the tunnel of my spirituality that once again has got nothing to do with the culture, religion, your race is between this and that, and we both have it. We all have it, or we won't be here. And once you travel through the spiritual path, which is not easy, it needs a teacher. And then you go there, and that's why we come in as your guides. And then you get to the other side and you say, oh, wow, what was I thinking? That's all. We're not saying it's not there, it's not hurting. It is. It's painful. Spirituality is everything to connect you to you. So far, through our agonies and problems that we've had for the past trauma, we have been reporting the traumas. We have forgotten to create ourselves out of this trauma. So it's time for Kelly and I to be the guide to help you to start creating you and your world so you can step into the new version of you by helping you to stop being the reporter of the agony and the problems that you've been through. That's all that there is. Is that right,
Absolutely.
Kelly?
Absolutely. You know, it's like sort of having surgery, getting rid of the tumor that's in you that you and I both talk about and deal with in separate different ways that are powerful. But then the real thing that we want to help you with after that is how to move into that higher version of yourself and maintain that. It takes work. It's not like, great, I get to coast from here out. No, 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 no. You still have to watch your energy fields. You still have to watch your mind. You still have to watch your heart and make decisions now about how you see the world and what your beliefs are. And it's not an easy journey, but everyone has to take it. You don't get out scot-free. You don't get an instant upgrade in one weekend. It takes time, but we're here to tell you because we have been through it. We're here to tell you the light on the other end, however you want to look at it, is the key. That's the life that you want. And a lot of people think, okay, well then I'll have to drastically change everything, quit my job, move. No, 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 no. You just show up differently. Things sparkle a little bit better. You make different decisions. You may have different people in your life. Maybe some of the old people aren't in your life if they're toxic, right? You just all of a sudden have a new lease on life where you're more interested in trying new things and you have a different energy level. That's what we're trying to help you with. But we want to address the trauma first because it is real and it weighs you down. It sucks the energy out of you. And so there has to be a correction first. And Fari's really good with heart and mind, resetting and taking a look at things and taking people through that. And I go the way of energy clearing and recalibrating your energy and speaking to you in spiritual ways. And I love how you said, Fari, spirituality is not religious. I'm not religious either. And some people are, that's fine. But spirituality is your spirit, right? It is your spirit. So if this calls to you, I think you would really enjoy the workshop we have coming up, which is going to be very experiential. It's going to be very safe. You've got 2 experienced facilitators. We're going to share with you. We're going to have you do. We're going to have you feel. We're going to do some clearings and set you on your way so that you can keep that journey up to finally reach that light.
There's only one thing that I'd love you to think about. When we want to help you to go through this, finding the gift, finding the diamond in your past trauma, that's a revisit to self. It's not about anybody else. It's about you connecting this and that together, the heart and the brain coming together, that it's becoming the revisit to self. And then once you see that, you find yourself above it all. So now you find your power because you no longer are a reporter of what has happened in the past with you. You're revisiting within yourself and you're finding the gift in who you are and who you needed to be from the beginning. And it's never too late. It's now that is the season for you to discover you. It's now the season for you to create you. It's all a matter of creation. Listen, when you want to have a child, you plan for it to get pregnant. Look how many times I saw my sisters going through pregnancies and it was so painful. It was throwing up, sleepless. My little niece now, she's pregnant. When I said little, she's 30 years old. She just got married and she's been sick. Oh my God, this poor baby. But look, she's big, she's huge, she's put on weight. All that, it bothers her. But once that baby comes out, what a beautiful moment that time is. And then she can connect to herself. Wow, look, I gave birth to this golden child. There's a gift at the end of that 9 months of suffering that she had to go through. And that's all we're here to invite you to receive and to accept the gift that is for you to sit here. And that gift is from the past traumas, past challenges. Past challenges and past traumas are not a life sentence. They're not life's punishment. They're life lessons. They're life's gifts. As I found many gifts in all that I went through, that if you ever hear, when I was telling Kelly, she kept on having here, I said, really? And the same thing that Kelly went through. Isn't that right, Kelly? Is that the gift that we get? But we had to have that clearance with us, to have that revisit to ourselves in order to be able to dig in and find the diamond at the peak of our pain and our agony. Otherwise, post-trauma is 1000% real, but it's not a life punishment. It's all I wanted to emphasize on.
I think that's a really good point. You know, it comes down to really self-love and self-care. It's self. Get back to self. Yeah, it's not selfish. It's getting back to self. And, you know, we all have a kick at this lifetime. And, you know, how do you want to live it? And you want to still be attached to the past, afraid to make changes. But once you get into a certain realm and mindset and perspective and energy level, you make different decisions and it's not going to be so scary. Right? I think that's what people are like. If I do this work, I'm going to have to maybe make tough choices, maybe make big changes, maybe not. It doesn't really matter. It's getting back to self. I think that is really important. And you are so rich in so many ways you haven't even discovered yet because it's been clouded by that curtain, right, of past traumas. And we've been there before, like I said. So yeah, I hope you do join us. Love that analogy of giving birth. That is perfect, Fari. I hope you join us. Again, the link is down below for the workshop. That's in about a couple of weeks. No, not quite, a week and a half.
Yes.
Yeah, a week and a half. If you have any questions, just post down below and we would love to see you. And have a beautiful day.
Enjoy your day. We look forward to see you then.